Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time. My name is Brian. I'm the horror punk, as everybody knows. But if you don't, then hello. So today I'm going to go over a couple more movies that should at least have a Blu-ray release. These are all DVD releases. This is all from the horror genre. There's plenty more out there. There's just some that I found in my collection that, to me personally, I think should have at least a Blu-ray release. So first one here we're going to start was from the, what year is this from again? 98. We have Milo. And a lot of people don't like this film, but I think it's really creepy, especially what it has to do with the kid Milo in this movie. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie. So one of their kids, this kid here, he has these girls come over to his dad's, I guess, business. He's like a doctor or something, and he, I guess, kills one of them. And yeah, he kills one of them, and then later on Milo dies in like some sort of accident. Oh, it says he disappears, but 16 years later, one of the girls is getting married, so they all go back to the town for that, and then he starts killing again. So, or somebody starts killing again, just like that. So, very interesting film. Highly recommend you guys check it out. And definitely, to me, it needs a Blu-ray release. This is from Sterling Home Entertainment. I don't know who owns that company now, if they're just defunct, but Milo. Next one here is a really good home invasion movie. This is put out by Artisan Home Entertainment, and this is If I Die Before I Wake. This one has Muse Watson in it. He played the original fisherman from the first two I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. He did not play him in number 3. Yes, he plays the head of the home invasion, the guys that go in. He's very creepy. The lead actress in here, Stephanie Jones, I wish she did more with her acting career, but I don't think she did anything after this or shortly thereafter. But really good movie. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Most of these films are not on streaming, so you're going to have to hunt down a DVD release. Or if you get lucky, they might be available to watch on YouTube for free. So just type in these titles and see if they're available to watch. Next one here is an Image release. This is from 1995. I think it's from 95 or 94. Let me go back. So, If I Die Before I Wake is from 2001. This one's from 95, I want to say. 94, or like mid-90s. This is a mosquito film called Skeeter. Kind of has the vibe to Mosquito, if you guys have seen that one. That one has a Blu-ray release, but this one does not. This one stars Tracy Griffith, Charles Napier, Jim Youngs, and Michael J. Pollard. This is a Clark Brandon film. Yeah, it's basically about toxic waste turning... basically it turns these mosquitoes into like really large mosquitoes. We're not talking about like, this. We're talking about like this. So very, very creepy film. Definitely recommend you guys check that one out. The next one here, well, this was supposed to be a trilogy, but unfortunately the director passed away. The second one has a Blu-ray, but the first one doesn't, so it's just really weird. So, Laid to Rest doesn't have a Blu-ray, but Chrome Skull does. So it's like, okay, so part 2 has one, but part 1 doesn't. I mean, come on. We need consistency here. This is an Anchor Bay release, So I know they're coming back apparently, so maybe they'll put it out this time. Maybe. If you guys don't know the story about Chrome Skull, it's just another slasher that was introduced to us in 2009. Yeah, 2009. Unfortunately, Robert Hall passed away. He's the director of both films, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Robert Hall. You know, it's just a typical, like, this guy, I don't know, from what I remember. Yeah, it's just, you know, typical killer in the mask going around. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember it being really bloody and gruesome. This movie here actually has Sean Whalen, Thomas Decker, Nick Principe. So really good act. Oh yeah, Jonathan. That name again. The guy that was in the Doom Generation, Jonathan Shakik. I don't know. So part 2 has one, so we're not going to talk about part 2. This movie here is another Artisan Entertainment release from 1998, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 98. Some people thought this movie was just okay, but there's a few of us in the horror community, or just the film community in general, here on YouTube. I like this movie a lot. It's creepy. A lot of the kills are actually implied. It's not, you know, doesn't show a lot of gruesomeness. This is Strange Land. D. Snyder wrote this, and he stars in it. I forgot he didn't direct this one. It was directed by John Piplo. But yeah, he's an online predator looking for, I don't think it's just girls, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he finds out, he befriends them. His name's Captain Howdy, and then he kidnaps them, and then he sews their mouths shut, amongst other things. Robert Englund's in this as well. I remember him not being in it for very long though. But next one here, I heard it was getting a Blu-ray release at one point, but I haven't heard anything since. This is a 1996 film directed by Kevin S. Tenney. Oh yeah, we're going there, guys. Pinocchios Revenge. Remember renting this from the video store, probably around 96 on VHS. You know, stupid film, basically. More puppets killing people. Rosalind Allen's in this. That's the only name that it states on the back, and that's the only name that I recognize anyway. So, this is a Lionsgate release, so I really doubt Lionsgate would release this on Blu-ray, but you never know. Another Stephen King adaptation of a short story. This one's actually not a bad film, from what I remember, but again, it's probably been since 97 since I've seen it last. We got the night flyer here. It's a New Line Cinema HBO video release, so Warner Brothers might put it out. Maybe Warner Archive. Yeah, I won't hold my breath on that one. Stars the late Miguel Ferrer, Julie Entwistle, Dan Monahan, and Michael Moss. This is a vampire movie, obviously. Miguel Ferrer's character is, he's always reading headlines, anything to do with serial killers, UFOs, molestation, mayhem, murder, that kind of thing. And then he hears about the night flyer, and then he investigates, and then he finds out that it's all true. Yeah, they really need a new release of this, because, you know, it's the old silk screen printing on the disc. You guys can barely even see it. Yeah. So, the old snapper case, if you will. Next one here is a really fun film. It's actually directed by David Arquette. I think he's in it too, isn't he? I think he might be in it for like a brief moment or two. It also stars the late Paul Reubens, Jason Mewes, Jamie King, Richmond Arquette, Paz de la Huerta, Lucas Haas, Thomas Jane, Statcast. It's another, I guess you can call it a slasher film. It is The Tripper. Basically, it's about this guy who's dressed up as Ronald Reagan. He's going around killing people, and he leaves jelly beans at the scene of the crime. You know, if you guys would know, Ronald Reagan was infamous for loving jelly beans. So, kind of weird, but yeah, this movie's crazy, but I really thought it was good. It's kind of a horror comedy, though, obviously, with the whole jelly bean thing at the scene. Yeah, this is put up by 20th Century Fox, so maybe Sony can release it on Blu-ray, maybe, hopefully. From 2007. Oh, kind of funny that Courtney Cox produced this with David when they were married, obviously. Thomas Jane also executive produced this. This is the unrated, the impeachable version. I don't think there is a R-rated version of this film. Maybe there is. I don't know. Another movie that I watched in the theaters back in, I think it was early 2000s, maybe 2006. This is a Hollywood Pictures release. So is that also the part of the Disney line? I don't remember. So maybe Sony can put this out. I do have a bootleg made on demand Blu-ray of this film, but this one stars Frankie Muniz, Milo Ventimiglia, as I say his last name, I always butcher that. John Foster, Adam Goldberg. This is a William Brent Bell film, Stay Alive. Basically, it's a video game horror film involving, what the hell is her name? She has a name, but it doesn't say her name on the back. The Blood Countess. If you die in the video game, you die in real life. Yeah, I've always thought that was a weird synopsis, but it actually pays off in this film. So, as you can see there, if you die in the game, you die for real. It's got the little snappers on the side there. I hate those things. Yeah. You guys have seen this? Sorry, if you guys have seen this, let me know down below. Does it deserve a Blu-ray? I think so. I'm gonna save that with that one. This one, this one's okay. I do prefer the first two films. This one's like doesn't even really have to do with the first two films per se. It does have a Blu-ray overseas and a triple pack with the trilogy, but here we don't have it on Blu-ray. Again, some people love it, some people hate it. This is a Sony release from 2004, I believe is when it actually came out. It says 2005. Urban Legends, Bloody Mary. This is a Mary Lambert film. She's done better film directions over the years. This one's just okay. But if you're a completist like me, you definitely want it on the same format. So, there isn't much to say about this film. They have a homecoming night dare. These three high school students do a chant and incantation, unleash an evil spirit from the past with deadly consequences, and then they find out that their parents were involved with this this spirit's death years ago, and some of them meet their demise, from what I remember. So I thought it was okay, you know, take it or leave it. Oh yeah, this one was I really enjoyed this one. This is a 1987 film put out by Columbia Pictures. So is that Sony now? I think Sony owns Columbia Pictures. Maybe not. Wait, I think they do. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, this film stars Cotter Smith, Mel Harris, Scott Curtis, and directed by Armand Mastriani. I think I butchered that. This is a film called Cameron's Closet. It is kind of a horror film through the eyes of the kid. I think his dad dies of the freak accident in the home, loses his head. The whole scene was crazy. And then a few months later, Cameron's her boyfriend dies mysteriously. They think that the kid has something to do with the deaths, but it's more of a supernatural film. But this was a really, really cool film. The special effects artist in here worked on a bunch of films over the years: E.T., Alien, Dune, Cat's Eye, Close Encounters. So if you guys enjoy those kinds of special effects, you'll enjoy this. So I got a pair of Anthology films here. I really enjoyed this one, like the whole thing. This one does have a Blu-ray overseas, but it's region B, so we need one here. Southbound. And I love how the fact that all the stories in here are all linked together. There's one in here. Men on the run from their past, a band on their way to their next gig, a man struggling to get home, a brother in search of his long-lost sister, and a family on vacation are forced to confront their worst fears and darkest secrets. So they're all linked together, so it's pretty much happening in the same area. Same, I guess, yeah, same thing. Next one here is Holidays. This is a holiday horror anthology. You get Valentine's Day, Halloween, Father's Day, Mother's Day, New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, Christmas, Easter, and St. Patrick's Day. Quite a few directors on here, including Kevin Smith. So yeah, there's that. This is a Vertical Entertainment release. I know they have some Blu-rays out there, and then this was put up by Sony. So let's hope that they put those out. Next one here. Part 1 has a Blu-ray, but the other 3 don't. I'd be okay if Part 3 and 4, yeah, I can take it or leave it, but Part 2 definitely needs one, maybe even a 4K. This is Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou. I like this film. I actually like it more than the first film. I don't think... The first film has nothing to do with this one, but these two are related to this one. So, yeah, this one definitely needs one. It's bloodier. It's more of like a supernatural film compared to the first film. That was just a slasher film. This was directed by Bruce Pittman. Stars Michael Ironside, Wendy Leon, Justin Lewis, Lisa Schrage, and Richard Monette. And then parts 3 and 4, The Last Kiss and Deliver Us from Evil. Part 3 is linked to this one because it's talking about Mary Lou again. Part 4, I don't think part 4 really has anything to do with part 2 and 3. From what I'm reading, I haven't watched this one yet, but MGM, so maybe Kino will put that out. These two are Artisan Home Entertainment releases. I know they've been re-released before. I forget who put that up. This is a Republic Pictures Artisan film. I thought this was linked to Full Moon, but it's not. I know TerraVision put out the vinyl of this film, so the soundtrack, so they have rights to it, hopefully. This is Artisan Entertainment release, Rumplestiltskin. This is a weird film. Basically, it takes the fairy tale of Rumpelstiltskin and turns it into a horror film. This is a Mark Jones film. I believe he directed the first Leprechaun. Maybe, I think, yeah, he definitely did the latest one too, the one from 2018. Charles Bernstein did the music to this. You know, he did the Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. This video is going to be longer than the other one, so I'm going to try to sneak through these. Another Wes Craven film that needs a Blu-ray. Invitation to Hell. This one stars a very young Soleil Moon Frye. Before this was around the time that she was doing Punky Brewster. You also get Kevin McCarthy, Joanna Cassidy, and Robert Urich. It's a really good movie there. A found footage movie that came out around the same time as Blair Witch Project. We have the St. Francisville Experiment. This movie is kind of lame, but I thought it was alright for what it was. A lot of people don't like that film. Another anthology, we got The Willies. Definitely deserves a Blu-ray release. This one stars Michael Ray Bauer and Sean Astin, James Karen, Kathleen Freeman, and Jeremy Miller. This is an Echo Bridge release, but there's a couple other releases out there. You guys know I'm a big fan of Wings Hauser. So we have the Carpenter. This movie's weird. This is a Scorpion release. I don't know if they'd ever put this out on Blu-ray, but hopefully they do. Basically, it's about this guy starts helping this lady with her estate. He's doing stuff around the house for her, and then he's crazy. Tries to kill her and everything. I'll leave those two for last. We have another anthology, Campfire Tales, with Amy Smart, Ron Livingston, Christine Taylor, and James Marsden. Really good. Kind of like an urban legends. They're around the campfire telling stories. And then at the end of the film, there's a little surprise ending. Another Bava film that hasn't gotten any love around here. This is Graveyard Disturbance. Really enjoyed this one too. 1987 film. This is put out by MYA Communication and Dania Film. I don't know who would have the rights to this one. Basically, it's a made-for-TV movie, so there's more of a comedy horror in this one, but it's your typical teens in a cemetery messing around, and then they find out that they shouldn't be doing that. This one's always on people's lists. It's kind of a horror film, but it's more of it's a heavy metal horror film. I'll put it at that. Trick or Treat. This is the old platinum jewel case release. There's a couple other releases out there. I've seen many MODs of this out there in the wild, or not the wild, online. So it stars Mark Price, Andrew Fields, and then You get Gene Simmons and Ozzy in here as well. But it says that they star in it, but they're only in it for a very short time, so they're not leads in the film. These next two films, yeah, I know they're not great. They're Friday the 13th ripoffs. I just ordered an MOD of both films. This is a 4-movie pack, but I'm just talking about the first two. So we're going to talk about Bloody Murder 1 and 2. Like I said, it's not Jason Voorhees, it's Trevor Morehouse. Yeah. You know, it's summer camp, and he's haunting the area, killing people. These are all put out by Lionsgate, so again, it'd be great to have a Lionsgate steelbook for both films, or at least maybe even together. But I doubt it. So, Bloody Murder 1 and 2. And then the last two films go hand in hand. Peter Jackson has been saying that he wants to release everything in 4K. He said that quite a few years ago, and we still haven't seen anything. So, come on, man. We got Bad Taste. This movie's insanely, like, cheesy, gross, and really bad. But it's an interesting take on, like, alien invasion. And then this one's not necessarily a horror film, but it is Peter Jackson, so I was going to throw it in here anyway. It's basically the Muppets meet I don't know, if you guys thought that Happy Time Murders was raunchy, this one's even worse. Oh, beyond that, for sure. This is Meet the Feebles. Yeah, this movie's pretty messed up, if you know what I mean. Bad Taste was put out by Anchor Bay, so I don't think they'd put that out again. And this one's put out by Dead Alive Productions. So that's it, guys. That's it for this time around. I'm sure I'll have more recommendations in the future. I haven't gone through all my collection of DVDs yet, but some of them I know will be getting them, like Haunted Ween. I have the DVD of that. That was saying that something was happening with that. So there's everything for this video. If you guys think I missed anything, please let me know in the comments what you guys think should be available on Blu-ray in HD or Ultra HD. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys. I'll probably see you guys soon, because I have stuff to show that I've been buying last week and this week. It's not a lot, but I do have quite a few Walmart steelbooks here in front of me. And see ya.